I ain't had a pimple in years. Hold on. Let me see. All right, so I wasn't done with the last video, so I just want to jump straight back in and get directly back to some of the stuff I was talking about. Now it's 4 a.m. in the morning, so that's the only turbulence I'm having right now. I would have rather stayed offline, and I feel like it would have been a good investment to just get off the internet and just go do my own thing for the next couple of hours. But I really wanted to finish uh, what I was talking about. But I was on number five, and number five was transportation math. Transportation math. So obviously, y'all can read the thumbnail, the title, and y'all can see Uber. Y'all can see a guy catching an Uber. You could see a guy catching an Uber. And it's very important that we acknowledge the word Uber and all of the magic that Uber has to offer guys like us on this channel. You know what I'm saying? We have to acknowledge all of the beautiful benefits of Uber. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and give me all of the beautiful benefits of Uber. Let's go. What's good, one viewer? How you doing? What's good? What's good? What's good? Six people in the motherfucking chat, man. Listen, man. What's good, Rylan? How you feeling, bro? What's good? What's good? What's good? So we're gonna finish up where we left off at with number five, and then we're gonna get into some cool details about Uber and stuff like that. Because I'm gonna let y'all know right now, man. I don't got a lot of experience with Uber, but I got enough. I got enough. I got enough. I've been on a city bus multiple times, but between the city bus and the Uber, we have a lot of wiggle room to be able to do what we need to do in life. So there shouldn't be no excuses. You know, it's cold out there right now, so you know, riding a bike, being on an electric scooter. Like I like electric scooters, but I don't think this season is the season. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got like put on layers of clothes and stuff like that. So number five was transportation math. So Uber for short distance might feel spiritually wrong when your money is tight, right? So you may want to go to a gym. You may want to go to a female's crib or have a female come over your crib. You may want to go on a date even. These are are things that matter. You know, whether we see them as things that matter, that's a whole different fucking ideology. But well, I walk today, but I hate walking too far. So what you trying to say? What you trying to say? Appreciate the love, appreciate the hearts. You said you walk, but you hate walk. It's cold, depending on where you at. I mean, unless you somewhere where it's warm at. What's your favorite way to get around the city or town? You said, well, I walk today, but I hate walking. So what's your favorite way to get around? Airplane? Listen, man. Isaac Webb. Airplanes ain't something, you gotta have a budget for that. You gotta have money for that. Remember said car. You got a car? Yeah, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure y'all sub up while y'all at it, man. We're not gonna be live for we'll probably be live for an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So let's go ahead and turn this live up. You know what I'm saying? I used to drive, me too. I used to drive Uber. I don't think I ever did Lyft, but I might lock in with it, man. I tried to do Lyft actually lately, and every time I put my every time I put my like picture, for some reason they keep like denying the shit for some reason. So I was like, fuck it, man. Like, I tried, bro. Like with Uber, it seemed easier to get the shit going, or DoorDash. But hold on, I don't know which one. I did Uber before and I did DoorDash. I never did Lyft, so I think I was trying to do Lyft. But I got to do the one where you could buy you could purchase the car, the rental car. I got to do that one, bro. I would love to do that actually. Magic carpet is crazy. I just ride my bike. Lambo Feedies. Damn, that's where Lyft hating. Yeah, man, I gotta see about that shit, man. I gotta see about that shit, man. It's on this phone. This is my real phone right here that y'all on. So I'm gonna see about that shit tomorrow, man. I ain't playing with that shit. Cause man, listen, man, that's important, man. Goo up. What's goody, Goo? Oh, you like the whip? Yeah, my boy. I remember you said you got a whip like last year. So yeah, you been how that been treating you, man? How that been treating you, my guy? You know what I'm saying? We was on number 5 of the last video. We still gonna finish off that last video before we get really fully into this one. But this is the perfect point because it transitions. What's good, brother? We got 4 people in here. He the type to look in the windows. I'm still fucking with Uber shit for sure. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing I'm happy you said that, bro, because me and you talked about money last year, which was crazy. Like, or was it like, yeah, like deep last year, I think like early last year. So you gotta have some money from somewhere. It gotta be something going on. And I mean, when it comes to like, cause I got a whole nother channel. A lot of y'all don't even know about this channel. And I only got like 6 videos on it, but it's a financial channel. And that channel is so funny to me because it sits in the cut and I kind of like play with it when I feel like, damn, okay, like I need some money. I don't know what to do. It's been cold as shit outside, so I haven't been able to really like Like I haven't been really able to like do one of the side hustles that I figured out that's easy to do. That like summer, winter, fall, I make money like sparingly throughout the days or weeks of my life. So like it's funny to me like the winter is fucking up so much shit that it's not even funny, bro. Like car shit cool till you gotta fix it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, so what? Like, so you saying like Uber is thorough? Like, cause like when I was down south, North Carolina, all the houses were spread apart. So when I met a shorty at the mall, you know what I'm saying? I had to Uber back from her crib or her hotel. I had to Uber back from her hotel. So it was like I like Uber, you know, it's cool. It's a cool vibe, but I just feel like at the same time, bro, Lyft and Uber is cool vibes. Like I got nothing negative to say about it. You just got to make sure your money is sturdy. It can't be like you just got to be better, bro. Like when it comes to money, you got to be like, cause I'm not a big money guy, but like I feel like a proper like emergency fund is like $600 to $1,000, but a lot of people shit is way more than that. But I feel like for guys who are trying to get their feet wet with money, like that ain't good with money, you at least need like 600 to a rack to say like, oh, this is proper emergency funds. Because when you got a proper emergency fund, you could then Uber and shit, and it won't bother your pockets the way it'll bother your pocket. Anything will bother your pockets though. Let's not get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You say you don't make 2K a week? Nah, Uber drivers make money, bro. You didn't meet a shorty, lol. Yeah, go out. He was hating. He was hating, right? He just comments reduce baiting. What comment reduce baiting mean? That's probably a kid that doesn't even have license. Nah, facts. Damn, 2K a week. Yeah, man. Like I know some Uber drivers, some DoorDash drivers that really treated it like a job. Like I fucked my shit up fat. I was eating other people's food, man. Once I did that one time, I started doing that shit too much, and I fucked my shit up. But before that, I was pretty solid, bro, at that shit, bro. And I had a truck a couple years ago, and I got a job across town as a Chinese food deliverer. You know what I'm saying? That shit was to me, that shit was like, so it was thorough, bro. In the town that it was in too, it was like peaceful. It was thorough, bro. I was delivering Chinese food, bro. And you know when we grew up, you couldn't do that shit. Yeah, man, I took this shit, man. Chipotle was the first time. It was like your first time. It was like your first time cheating on your girlfriend. It was like, damn, this shit fucked up, but this shit actually some fun shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We all got vices, man. We all got vices. Somebody ate my Wingstop recently. And it's hard not to keep ordering that shit too, like Uber Eats. See, I just mixed up Uber with Uber Eats. You see what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like connected to each other. But that's why I see how Lyft now do they app. They like the app Lyft, or is it Uber? Like I think Uber. I don't know. I got a couple apps on my phone, but they kind of like talk about food too with it. Like so like they try to they try to put everything on the same apps so you don't never feel like you going too far to get a ride or if you're going too far to get some food. But the problem with all of that, bro, when we talk about game, is that a lot of dating coaches feel like it's lame What's good, Spawn? How you feeling, my guy? Grab you a hoopty, gang. Type shit. Type shit. Yeah, nah, like, yeah, that's the goal, man. That's the goal. I first want to get like another electric scooter for at least 100 and some change. Um, and then possibly an e-bike, but it's cold as fuck, so I might just go Uber and Uber and uh rides if someone will give me a fucking ride. When you know you could also hit someone up with $5 for a ride too if they up for that. But these are the decisions we gotta make, bro, because this channel is about adulting, bro. So these the vibes, right? And it's funny because last year I had some chicks that was down with the program. I just ain't had no money. So I probably would have knocked some shit up by now. I ain't gonna hold you. Because a lot of these chicks, bro, I hate to say this, but when you ain't got no money at all, you're cooked. And I hate to take on that mindset because like I hate to believe that because I want to be able to be as bummish as possible and fuck all the hoes. Like that's really one of my like dirty kinks as a man. Like I just think that that's the most honorable path. But at the same time, it's also cool to have money. But money is evil, bro. Even though money is good, it's evil. So it's like a paradox. I say all that to say this. When it comes to your transportation game, it's either going to be weak, medium, or strong. I'm not taking planes yet because I don't got that type of money. Um, I'm not. I have a bike in my room, so if like even like I went shopping like 2 weeks ago and it was cold out there and that shit felt crazy, bro. Like, but I made it to the store and I got my shit and came back. So sometimes you got to take that chance, but I don't think too many more of those chances is being took. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think so. The weather would have to break in order for me to keep doing that type of shit. Motorcycle. Adulting ain't no joke for real, for real. Nah, not at all. Bro, it's just life some days better than others. What's good, Jenna? Yeah, DoorDash, all I use for food. Yeah, me, I usually use DoorDash too. Isn't Uber Eats more expensive than Door? Yeah, I think so. A little bit, a little bit. Who is your surgeon? Bro, I rolled past a customer before they had a triple whopper. They motherfucker was so good. Nah, because when somebody like luckily nobody has eaten my food, you know what I'm saying, since forever, really. I think one time, twice, like some shit will go on where you got to get a refund. But listen, man, I think everybody loves Uber Eats, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the Uber driving, we talk about the transportation part of this stuff. It gets pretty difficult because someone your wing stopped recently. Not a triple whopper. Yeah, man, and then fucked your shit up. But yeah, man, that's another thing though. Like that's why I just want to focus on the driving part because fast food is actually the thing that will stop the game and stop the ism. You know what I'm saying? So we could talk about all that, but I'm gonna make sure we draw a line in the sand that transportation is positive and healthy, but ordering DoorDash every day, I mean, it ain't gonna kill you necessarily, but I mean, because you could also switch it up. Like you could have your cheat day where you order that, right? And then you could have your days where you could order like Whole Foods, I think from what was it Door is it no Amazon. You go on Amazon, you can get DoorDash delivered to you. I mean, you could get Whole Foods delivered to you. So money is funny. You know what I'm saying? Money is always funny, but you got to think about yourself first. That's the key to being rich down the line. You know, not now, I'm not rich. I don't know who's rich in here, but down the line, you really want to find that there's a lot. Damn, Ubers add up. Gotta keep the cash flow good. Exactly, bro. It's like a river. It's like you don't want to dry up your river and you don't want to block the flow. You know what I'm saying? And whenever I order food, I already know that's like $20. You just fucked your shit over. Like you do that shit again, that's $50, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and depending on how much money you got, you're going downward fast. So it's like, and then the food is addictive. So you eat that shit one day, the next day you wake up. You if you don't got leftovers, you're gonna you're gonna that's $50 down the drain. So think about what you could have done with $50 that could have flipped into $100 more dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about financial shit on this channel right now, but my other channel is for finances. But this matters because a lot of time women is not fucking with irresponsible guys. And if they do, then shame on them. But it's not my punani, it's theirs. But I'm just saying, it's like I seen in my life that me having things makes women more attractive. And you could call it tricking or whatever, but I don't know what it is. But I just think like, when you got stuff, you just look, you look like responsible. You look your age. If you spend your whole life riding bicycles and shit, then there's a cutoff to that, and there's a amount of pussy you not getting because of that, for sure. Now again, if your mouthpiece is on point, you can make any woman drool for sure. But the average guy mouthpiece ain't shit. And on top of that, even if it was, you're gonna eventually feel like you chasing because, okay, say your mouthpiece tight, chick let you live in her crib. Okay, you doing something. You shown that you're the heavyweight champion of having a mouthpiece. But at some point, that bitch gonna get out of line no matter how your mouthpiece is. So I just think, like, for me as a man, I always respected a person that has their own, a person that has their own. Cause like I said, I was about to tell you about some chick last year. I'll tell you about the chick that I bought a 4 for a 4 for. But she, I know, like, it's been many times she wanted to come over to my crib, right? And she don't live far. But like I'm gonna usually give y'all the facts. Like I would use my mom whip sometimes and shit. So like that was an inconsistent way of making shit happen or go down. And a lot of time it'd just be like it wouldn't be the real deal. So like I knew she was fucking with me because she didn't really care that was my mom whip. And she knew too, because she said it one day that she knew she didn't really care. But I also still knew, like, you gotta get the whip back at some point. And this chick ain't really your girlfriend, so it ain't like you gonna have her spend the night for real. Cause to be honest, she wasn't fully, like, she wasn't my type. Like, she was cute, but like she wasn't my type. So there was this plausible deniability for me to not give a fuck going on. And so that within itself, it'll make it to where because she got her own crib. You know what I'm saying? She got her own crib. So I'll pull up to her shit sometime, periodically, whatever. And obviously I don't got my own crib. So it'll just be chaos. And so one of the greatest things about, I guess, what guys got to realize is that your ability to what's the word? Mobilize. I guess that's the word. I don't know if that's the right word, but your ability to mobilize is so important. Last year I had I think in the course of 3 years I had 2 electric scooters, and those joints to get me around. I got folded up, get on the city bus, even with my bike. like I be putting that on the front of the city bus every once in a while, but there's a cutoff, man. If you can't, I feel like you got to build up your transportation game. It's a cutoff, and a lot of women. The problem is they be having cars. Some of them, most like percent, and but it's always gonna be a break because there's two wrongs. There's two ways to fuck up in this area because women don't really want a guy who's not in the, they want to be passenger princess. They don't want to be, they don't want you to be a passenger king, you know what I'm saying? Even though if they like you enough, they'll do it. I know that already. No one has to tell me that. I know that. Me as a man though, it's genuinely fuck you. I don't want to be in their passenger seat. DoorDash and Uber Eats, you Google and everything else. Why don't you Google some healthy recipes and go to the grocery store? I don't know what this guy talking about. Silence said I make direct money and I never buy Uber and DoorDash. I can't believe that people in apartments do that shit on the regular, but I guess that's why they are where they are. Well, I get, why do you say that? I mean, he got a point. He got a point. He got a point. He got a point. He got a point because I also agree. And at the end of the day, it's like that felt like an insult, but it's not really an insult. So you gotta be careful because, like I said, to buy a Uber to go to the gym is better than to buy a pizza. And I think that's the crossroads where most young guys lose their aura inside of that. Because a real responsible guy is just gonna go to the gym. But a guy that's kind of off point, he gonna actually even go to the gym, go home, and then order Chinese food. Or like it's just like maybe he don't order the Chinese food. That might be a little extreme, but like people like to live, people like to enjoy the fruits of their labor, and people like to live in this like this mixed responsible status. They don't really like oh, I got to give up all of this just to take an Uber and spend my money to go to the gym where I'm already spending money at the gym to get rejected by 6 bitches at the gym to go home to beat my dick. No, it doesn't make sense, But if you really think about it, it's actually the matrix at large. You know what I'm saying? You got to beat the matrix at every stage. You're not just at the beginner stage. And what I'm trying to say is, man, buying an electric scooter was exhilarating to me. Like, I love electric scooters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could live the rest of my life just with electric scooters. I don't need shit. You know what I'm saying? Even in the cold, you could put on some layers of clothes and that shit'll get you there faster. Like the bike is the pedaling for me, and I got hills around my house. So I gotta go up hills and then go down the hill and then a little bit across the neighborhood, like a little cross. And then I gotta get the groceries. Then I gotta put them on the fucking handlebar and in my book bag. And if I got bananas, I put them shits where the straps is of the book bag. And then I gotta ride my bike back across the neighborhood, past the edge, like past the gym, and then go up a hill, and then finally get to the top of the hill, and then go past, go down the hill to where I'm back at the crib. It's not that far. It's still neighborhood vibe, but it's the most disrespectful feeling on the face of the earth. Yeah, man. Thank you, Spawn. He tripping. Your female gonna hop on the scooter with you? Nah, my mom be asking me shit like that. That's nah. A female will do that in the summer, but I don't even yeah, that's a singular. Like the scooter and the e-bike, if I get an e-bike, like I don't even expect that, bro. Like I don't even expect the chick. That's a one a one-player game. You know what I'm saying? Like, however, the bitches is already probably outside or at the, you know, at the gym or at the gas station or wherever they're at. So either way, that's more crossing paths with them, but you're not. They're not. But the beautiful thing about the scooter and the e-bike is women are not gonna like. They're not gonna think you're a bum if you got those things. Now, if you're on a bike, they still for me. I don't think like I've done well. I forgot when I met Shorty whether I was on a bike or not. I met one Shorty. She fucked with me and she came to the crib and everything. She she had a car. Um, I don't know if I was on a bike at the time. I think I was on my electric scooter back then. But yeah, that's not for them, bro. They because you know not every chick is nice and petite anyway. I mean, when you out here approaching women, they're all different types of weight classes and shit. Uh, I mean, they like to get. Oh yeah, I was on the scooter because I remember she wanted to go for a ride on. She did want to go for a ride on the scooter in my parking lot and shit. So yeah, I mean the scooters are it's only $100 and some change dollars, bro. So I just feel like for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not trying to pay like 200 on those shit. Like I'll pay like 130, 120. Like, I couldn't even find them joints on Facebook Marketplace. Like last year I used to find mad at them shits and couldn't afford it. Like, and I got someone in my neighborhood who he turns bikes into into electric bikes, motorbikes, not electric but motorbikes. Bro had fixed my tire on the bike that I got right now. He don't even pick up the phone for me no more. Like he don't even follow me. Like if I like it's just weird, bro. I don't be understanding a lot of shit, bro. Like I met a person last year with my scooter, my tire had broke on my electric scooter across town. He had an electric bike. Or his friend had one. So they was inside of a vitamin shop. I walked in. I said, yo, how much you want for the bike? Had the money and everything. He said, nah, bro, I'm not selling it right now. Da, da, da. So the guy on the right of him was like, yo, bro, I fix scooters. He didn't have to tell me that. I said, oh, word? That's crazy. I got a scooter at the crib. I'm going to send you a photo on Instagram. Da, da, da. Tell me why I went back to the crib and like a female, he unfollowed me on the fucking thing. Just like a fucking woman. So it was like, bro, like, I mean, I have my transportation game, it has to be fixed. That's one thing about me that I can't just have just a bike and a bus, city bus. Like I said, to go to, um, like to go, damn, should be overheating and shit. But yeah, man, I would have to search up on this phone, not on this phone right here. This shit hot. But I think like to get in a lift just to go like I think to go in a lift to go like to the gym from where I'm at, I think it would be about I'm thinking it would be $7 or something. Like I mean, I hope they wouldn't charge $15 to go down the street. Now that's something I gotta actually search up and figure out. Hold on. Let me see. Bro, it's actually Andrew Tate. No, I'm not. The Matrix is a word that's been around before Andrew Tate. Damn, I don't even feel like reading all this, man. I want to get to the. I make a decent money. Oh no, I read that. It's actually proven that it's cheaper to eat out than to eat in now. No, for real. You right, Carter. I fuck with you, man. That's facts. So yeah, man. Like, a lot of guys got to figure out and sort out how they budget their money throughout the month when it comes to like. That's why I say 2 smoothies a day. That shit was actually working the whole time, and I ran out of money, bro. That last week. Um, Someone needs to you to shop and cook, brother. That's not even close to true unless you're living off 2 slices of Costco pizza per day. I mean, it's a thin line between, and I want to hit on that real quick, because this is a good point right here. It's a thin line between eating struggle meals and eating some shit that's just not like, it's like struggling and not good for your health. Like, so you could eat a whole food diet or Trader Joe's like diet and still overcome your current situation. Now, I think like knowing your health matters, like knowing the percentages of like your body's health, like that's what it like. That's why the 2 smoothies a day is so powerful. Because like I said, you're eating that. There's nothing wrong with your body. You're in perfect health, and it's good. It tastes very good to put dates inside of there, almond butter, blueberries. But like, come on now, you crazy? And then after you drink that, you're like, man, what's next, man? Well, I want to fuck some. You know, you feel like that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So when that's happening inside of your vessel, not only are you, women could tell that you have that energy, but you're ready to work out. You're ready to make videos. You're ready to just to fuck over everything. So it's like, would you rather feel like the Hulk, or would you rather just eat 2, like you said, 2 slices of pizza from Costco or 7-Eleven, you know, or whatever people eat. People eat a lot of stuff. I don't even, eggs don't even like, they don't even do good in my body. Like, it's a lot of shit that we've been trained since kids to think is good. So when I run out of like my fruit and shit, I try to say, oh well, let me just try to eat eggs and grits like y'all see me doing that 2 days ago. And not to say when I got my own crib, I'm not gonna like shop at Whole Foods and like, because they got good like valuable like eggs at Whole Foods, and then they're really tasty. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like they to the point where I would have to try not to get strung out on them shits. But eggs are not healthy as people think. Obviously, there's value, like differences in stores that you go to. If you go to, like, my mom loves to shop at ShopRite for some fucking reason. Like, she's done that since I was a kid. So I think it's just out of pattern, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, I see that shit and I'm like, okay, she got some semi-healthy looking things, but she still is just for some reason is allergic to farmers market and shit. But I mean, that's just something I can't control, you know what I'm saying? So for me, fasting and saving your money when you're fasting as a combination makes a lot of sense, because that, you know, obviously you're not spending your money on food if you're doing that. But then you got other things like getting an Uber or going to the movies, or, I mean, you want to have a healthy balance between, fuck the movies, the gym, you know, it could be the gym. So you want to have a healthy balance of, you're doing these hobbies, activities, events, but you're not like, you when you're at the gym, what are you eating? Right? We got to think about every situation under the sun. A lot of these guys on YouTube, I watch them and they like to eat these bowls, like, because those things do be good. I like that too. Like, it's all these down the street. I used to fuck with them. I used to get like the microwavable rice. A lot of people, I see a lot of videos, people got rice cookers and shit. Actually, I think my mom got a rice cooker in here because I seen one earlier today. I don't know where it's at. But rice cookers are cool. Air fryers, I fuck with all of that. I like shit to be quick. I like my food to be quick, man. If I'm gonna eat some warm food, I want it to be quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sitting here waiting all day, and shit like that. But long story short, chat, you gotta know how to budget your money and how much you're willing to spend per month. That's just the bottom line. And then I would even say how much you're willing to spend per 2 months. Mm-hmm. Like every 2 months, because it's only 12 months in a year. That's six blocks. So every per block, bi-monthly, like how much do you think that you can or should be spending? And if you get that number down to a point, You'll be great, man. I think that everybody will be great at that point. It's only six blocks in 12 months, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, for me, that's where I'm at with it. I got to think about 2 months in away. I can't think about monthly or weekly. I don't have that type of job. I don't have those type of, you know what I'm saying, statistics financially. Now, like I said, in the summer, I got a side hustle where I could have money to just like, and that money adds up fairly fast too, which is funny because it damn near does better than my YouTube channel by not like that much, but it kind of do at the same time. Like that and this together, it'd be good, but it's cold as fuck outside. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I need another side hustle for the winter. I've been looking and I've been thinking and I've been brainstorming, and I think some people put down ice in front of people's crib for $10. Think that's a pretty easy money depending on certain things. But yeah, I look for the easiest side hustles I could find. And like I said, last year I found one, and you know, like it's like one in a fucking million. Like every other side hustle was like, oh, go on Facebook Marketplace, buy this shovel, buy a rake, buy this. And I'm like, man, I don't even got no startup money to even do it. And even when I got the startup money to do it, I'm too busy trying to get some Chick-fil-A, man. Y'all niggas playing around. So I understand the shenanigans of everything, but you know, it takes time to really get grounded. I think where you could actually invest in things you really want to invest in, because it's so many things that will vampirism your shit that you won't even realize it. You know, because you want to enjoy a little bit of fruits of your labor, man. And you don't want to go broke. So those two things working against you, opposed to you getting that one thing, taking that sacrifice. Say, okay, I ain't gonna eat. I ain't gonna have no money in my pocket. Or you might have made that day $100, $80, $60. How you gonna go ahead and go on Facebook Marketplace and buy something with that? You could do that, but it's just like you gotta also fucking chase the person down to get them to sell you the thing. Sometimes, like it's just a fucking hustle and bustle, man. Like that's why I'm so adamant about just doing what you want to do for yourself. Like, don't even do the 9 to 5. Don't even do, because unless you that type of guy and it's working for you, you just got to stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. As the months go by, you'll look up one day and be like, damn, I just made 2K off YouTube. You know, and then you still want a budget, of course. See, and it never stops getting old to budget. That's the problem too. So we might as well start now. We got to start now, because like I told you, even with women, they look at all that. They might not look at it like pocket watching, but they looking at like, yo, can he Uber me if he has to? Not just because like some coaches like, oh, if you Uber, you tricking. And I agree with that to a degree. It depends how much money you got. Not even gonna lie. And it depends, like, if she a female friend, I'll Uber. Like, and I had to set this record straight now, so y'all know my personality type before we even get too deep into this shit. If you're my female friend or potential friend, I'll Uber you way faster. You know, that's like Tiger Uber and Nicki Minaj. Like, of course I'm gonna Uber you. But like, if you're some fucking chick that's just like, you got a car and you always broke or some shit, but you got a car or some shit like that, bro. Like some shit that just don't really, like, I'm wasting my money. That's tricking. Cause you know she probably got it. She just trying to be on some shit. And then she wants you to send that so she can have your shit and her shit. And then she pull up, give you some pussy, and then use the rest of the gas to do whatever. You're not funding her life long term. You're doing one thing, but it's just like, if your game can't get her to come out of her shell, I think it's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? If your game can't get her to come out of her shell and make her motivate her to want to actually pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? So we must look at all of this shit. We must look at all of this shit. Yeah, but that Costco's pizza shit is trash. Don't even play like that. They probably do got some good shit in there. I don't even go on Costco. I think it's disgusting you're going to the gym to try to F. Who told you that? And your name is Karen, so I know you're not part of my clan of human beings, but I'm not telling you that I want to go to the gym and fuck. Karen. She said, like someone that you meet for the first time, I'm out of here. Disgusting. Man, let me block you while you get out. Because I don't got time to play around, man. You look like you like 55. Bro, it's actually Andrew Tate coded. I can't drive, I'm 12. But food here in Chicago is extremely high. Chicken wings are higher than a ribeye steak. Man, that shit crazy. That's why you can't be broke nowadays. Like, you know, I grew up in the time where you get $5, nigga, you was lit. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't have any respect for that. Like, how they just gonna transition the world that fast to that, like that type of. But I know I was a kid, but I'm just saying, like, you got to think about that transition. That's a hard transition. Like, you used to go get 2 beef patties in Arizona. Well, you probably still could do that somewhere. But I'm just saying, like, that from that to where we are now, you got to grind your ass off. Like you said, because this is just one day of getting some chicken wings. When we was growing up, especially Chinese chicken wings, what, $5? Chinese chicken wings and some rice. And then on top of that, like you said, steak and all that shit was probably like $15. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. $2 for a pound of chicken. Onions, garlic, potatoes, milk, some fruit, noodles, rice, veggies. Bro, I'm getting all that for $50 easily and making my family several days of food. You got to learn, blood. Well, where you shopping at? Because I don't eat chicken. Everything else is all right, except for the milk. I don't eat chicken and milk. So I'm trying to get you to see inside of my world for a second. Sometimes people talk and they talk as if, like, they don't be knowing what they be saying. Like, because, like, everybody's life is just so unique that even if you're right, yes, there's a such thing as budget in the way you're I know what type of guys listen, we don't sit on live one day and watch videos of women who shop just like that. And there's nothing wrong with shopping like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong if you got a family and you got to make it stretch. And y'all still like to eat chicken and drink milk, and y'all got that stuff don't fuck with your body, then y'all are in a good position. But that stuff is not good for you. Even all the way up to the potatoes. Potatoes are not, they're starch. They're made in a laboratory. The milk is laboratory. The chicken, laboratory. The only thing is the garlic, the onions, some fruit, and noodles, and veggies. The rice is laboratory. But I'm not saying these things don't taste good and I never eat them. I'm saying, for me, I'm not trying to live off of those things every day. I don't eat like that, bro. I don't eat like that. Not because I'm some snobbish motherfucker. I just don't eat like that. Like, that stuff don't do good in my system at all. Those things rob my body of nutrients and keep me feeling not like that nigga. So I can't even fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even eat cereal no more. I don't eat none of that. I don't like, when I first moved into this house, I used to eat Fruity Pebbles and every day. But I found over time during COVID that hey, I like to eat grapes and that's one thing you said fruit, but my diet is 80% fruit, 20% veggie. You see what I'm saying? Right now, that's what it is. Because I found out quinoa is a vegetable. So, I mean, quinoa is a fruit. So, I don't even eat rice. I'm veggie. I'm vegetarian. So I can't even touch none of that stuff on that menu. You know what I'm saying? And fruit goes bad, and vegetables go bad if you don't eat it. Or I mean, I might have to buy me a mini fridge at some point. But certain shit don't they go bad. Kale could last 2 weeks in the refrigerator, but that's what it really is. It's about making stuff stretch. Uh, but we're not even talking about food in this video. We're talking about Uber, driving Uber, getting in an Uber to go to the gym. This whole live is screaming incel and room temp IQ. Yeah, but instead of wings, it'll be drumsticks here. I know because my wife cooks daily, but some meals are a bit more pricey than others. That's the problem. And that's why I say I'm vegetarian, man. I like plantains because I think plantains is also banana if it's a fruit. It's not the healthiest out of all of them, but it's still But yeah, man, I try to keep that shit one type of way. They still think you a bum, but who cares? LOL. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Shorty still came over. She wanted to ride on the scooter, and you're right. A woman will smile in your face and at the end of the day have a different judgment about you. But I mean, she was trying to get cracked in everything. She was trying to get crushed in everything. So, she to this day, she's still trying to get in contact with me low key. But I fuck with her though. She cool. But I'm just saying, like, it's all about having some form to get around. I think more women care about, does this guy sit on his ass all day or does he actually have a life? I think that's more so what they care about than do he have a car? Because I got a car. You know what I'm saying? Because most women will look at it like, damn, he's cute. I got the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing I fucked with about Shorty that I'm talking about. She never made me feel like she said it one time. She said one thing one time. And it wasn't even about her. Because you know what it was about her? She got her own business. She got her own business. And she got her own business. And she knew I was doing YouTube. So she was like, she was with it. She was with that shit. So one thing about her, that's what I'm always say. She was down to earth. You feel what I'm saying? About her, bro. But every woman not really gonna move like her. Like, I done been approaching chicks for the last whole year. Like, she was one of the realest ones, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, cause like you said, a lot of women, they want a nigga that got some money, which is like, I ain't gonna say it's crazy, but it's just something that's like, when we was growing up, again, they would like you for you. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I feel like it's a transitional point where they actually, because they need to survive. So it's like, I try not to get too into those dynamics because it's like a waste of breath sometimes, because it's like, we already know, like, if you're going to be some dad or some father figure or some real man type of creature, you got to just take care of your responsibilities. So that's how I try to look at it nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 30 now. So like, we could say I just hit a point where maybe I'm reaching that point, but some people be having money like Chief Keef, 21, you know what I'm saying? 22. So we got a lot of people that women probably compare us to, like, oh, you a bum. You're not really a bum. You just ain't, you ain't, you ain't on your shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like me, bro, like, I don't have multiple cars in the past. I had like 3 cars. I know I could get another car, bro. I don't allow a woman to speed up my process or program because they'll fuck a guy on a bike if they like that guy. So I always looked at it just that way, bro, because I don't seen it all. So I like, yo, these chicks ain't really. You know what I'm saying? Now there are chicks that you're gonna like that are gonna look at you and be like, well, when I say like, you're gonna think they're pretty. And they're gonna look at you and be like, he's cute, but I don't want to just go into his mom's back room with him and get dick down. Or whatever the case. There's a lot of that going on. But then there's a lot of women that literally don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, I've seen 80 20 or maybe even 15 85. Like most women, they don't know that you live with your people and they don't really care. But they care more about if your pockets are empty. Cause it's kind of like they all struggle too at some point. So they don't really care. Most women are somewhat, they're down to earth, they're humans, you know what I'm saying? But there's that crossroad of like, damn, you how old and you need to. So it's like a crossroads, bro. So for me, I just stay out the way because, like I said, I know my life, I know my issues, I know my weaknesses, my strengths. Money is not a real issue for me. It's just something I never really tried to have, which people probably wouldn't easily believe, but it's true. Like I used to hustle when I was younger, around like what 17 to like age 22 or 23, or maybe I was in this house doing a little bit of, but long story short, so it wasn't from 20, it wasn't that. But what I'm trying to say is I had jobs before, I had all that shit, but like I just started, like my last job was like 2 years ago. It was at Dollar General. But like I said, man, like it ain't even about the job, it's about the car. But it is about the job. It's about everything. Because you can have the car, no job, and women that still act a little slow with you. But then you can have the job, no car. They'll respect the fact you got a job because you ain't got time for their ass. But then they'll also be like, okay, well, I'm fucking with a guy already that got a car. He might be trapping or doing something like that, but he got a car. And so my point is, it's never enough unless you just like you know what I'm saying? Or unless you got game, because one of those two things got to be true at once. Because a lot of women that I had, like I said, last year or even way deeper in my life, my game wasn't tight, so it wouldn't even matter. Like a lot of chicks did throw it at me, put it around, make themselves very accessible, what they call choosing signals. Like this chick I used to work with at Dollar General, always in my face, always talking, asking me, do you want me to buy you something from here? Do you want a soda? Which she buying herself a soda, not like that, but like when she was buying herself like this little shit to let you know, like, hey, like I fuck with you. And that's something a lot of guys would be like, well, maybe she was being nice, but like that's true when I first got to the job. But like as time went by, the conversations we had and the amount of dating apps we match on, even to this day, I seen her like last week at like last month at like Stop and Shop. And long story short, there's a lot of chicks I just never end up boning, bro. Period. If I'm gonna be honest, because it be the logistical shit. It be literally logistics. Like I said, it'll be a guy that's trapping, so he giving her weed and he pulling up in the car, and she might like him. So now she fucking with him. She getting free weed. She getting her back blown. She like, I don't really need this guy. So it's not a matter of are you the better guy in a lot of these cases. That's what's so crazy to me. Like I said, that's why when you were younger, it was literally like a chick's been. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. And it's kind of weird to say, but even when we were in high school, bro, women been like, what's the word? Promiscuous. Like one of my first girlfriends, I feel like was that way, like because she was like, I literally got her from like I knew she was fucking with the homie, but he wasn't really my bro yet, so I was new to the neighborhood, and like she kind of like, but I knew her before I knew him, so I didn't really think too deep about that. But I remember I was trying to get her, And in my head, I'm like, yo, you fucking with this guy. But when he not around, I mean, I know I'm a confident, cocky bastard, but you going. And so long story short, she I remember the first time I heard her say, she said, this is the first time I ever heard a girl say this. She said, I have mixed emotions. I said, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like my mind just was like, my mind exploded. Like, and that's the first time I knew women were crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, fuck. I asked the guys I was with. They wasn't really fully my bros yet, but they was kind of assisting me with getting that ass from the chick. But I told him, I said, yo, what the fuck she mean by mixed emotions? You know what I'm saying? But I kind of got the gist of it. You know, she basically saying, I like him and I like you. And I'm like, it was just dumbfounded because I never heard a girl say that yet. And I was like in 6th grade. But long story short, bro, like that shit is crazy because that is how they still think now. Which is why they will flirt with you, be ready to fuck you, and already be talking to somebody. And damn near not even like him that much, but be using him. And like, fuck it, I'll soak in all the attention from everybody. And whoever want to give me gifts and roll fruit at my feet, I'll take that too. And it's kind of like, again, a parasite type of situation because only reason it's not a parasite situation because if you got game, you gonna fuck. But if you don't got game, it's gonna be a parasite situation. Like you ain't getting nothing out of the deal, but what they call it, the possibility of sex. So that's another reason why even if you could send the Uber for a female, you might should slow that shit down. I mean, like again, if she's showing you high interest and she really like you, then I think that's the prerequisite for saying like, yeah, I could do this. But I think that guys should limit that for like once a month or if depending on how much money you got, twice a month. But she needs to have, like, I was talking to a chick earlier. Let me tell you, I like this. And she lived, 40 minutes away? And I told her, I said, listen, I asked her, do she drive? She said, nah, I don't drive, but she said she work and this and that. I said, okay, well, listen, sounds like me and you both, we got Uber is the feasible option for us, you know what I'm saying, to see each other. You know, simple, basic small talk, but I'm letting her know early that those are the ramifications because we don't have to sit here and guess about how we're going to see each other because I'm putting it right there in our face. Because, I mean, I'm not going to take a city bus to go see a chick that lives 40 minutes away. It just is what it is. I'm not going to, not in the cold. It have to be a hot ass day. And I have to be on some traveling adventurous ass shit. But it's not a warm ass season. So Uber would be one of the only things for someone like her. And also, I would want to know she had the, you know, I would Uber to her first if that's what she really wanted. But like, I would rather prefer, you know, these chicks to you know, we could meet halfway. I mean, it could go either any type of way. But as far as like transportation in that area, man, it's just got to be Uber, bro. Uber is the savior. We're not living in the era of the taxis no more. There's no more taxi. You know what I'm saying? The bus is annoyance, but acceptable. The bike is dead in the winter. Here's the hierarchy for winter only. Ride with somebody to the gym. Whether it's somebody you meet at the gym or whether it's your Uber or it's either going to be Uber or that. The bus, you just count that for yourself as discipline. as a man, you just if you just take that as discipline. Uber only when it enables something bigger. For me, it would be content, collaborations, or momentum. And a lot of people you got to listen because I'm about to say some real game right here. Uber is not wasting money if it buys momentum. It is wasting money if it's just convenience. So we need to learn the difference between convenience and buying momentum. Convenience is a waste of money. Buying momentum is not. So that's the time when you use, okay, I'm gonna spend $10 on this Uber. Like, it's a lot of women I know that they're always on a city bus, and I'm sure they took in a bunch of Ubers and wasted a bunch of money, but they're just going downtown, or they're going somewhere to have, like, because like the average woman in America has some form of a 9-to-5 job somewhere. Somehow they keep that shit. And because of that, all I've ever seen when it comes to this Uber shit was what I done when I went down south. And I talk to women periodically. They say stupid shit about how they spend their money, but they spend their shit in a way where they kind of buy, like, they like I said, they'll go like downtown to go like meet people and go shopping or some shit. I don't give a fuck about meeting people to go shopping. Now, again, we said earlier, if you got one bro or something, you probably go hit the gym first and then, yo, I need to get a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for women and men, we veer off in that area. It's a little bit of a different energy when it comes to shopping and buying clothes. Like, I think that when you with the dogs, it's just a natural energy of like, okay, well, shit, let's go do this and let's go grab some food, whatever. But with females, they're kind of like just different in how they move. And, you know, because there was this one chick, these two chicks, every time I would text them, they'd be like, oh, I'm downtown. Like, what the fuck is you downtown, motherfucker? Like, you ain't even come see me yet. You ain't even pull up. Every time I touch you, you talk about downtown. Fuck wrong with you? But I say that to say that would be them wasting money on convenience. But momentum is, like I said, a female that you think is like, she's, you know, there's high interest and she's not, you talk to her a couple times, good energy, or say you is an event or a restaurant or, you know, hobbies, activities, events. Like I said, going to the gym is momentum, low key, right? A lot of other shit is convenience. So that's why your soul will resist that type of shit, because it doesn't make any fucking sense in the first place. So a lot of people feel like, man, I'm isolated. I don't know what to do. You know what to do, but you confusing convenience with momentum. Momentum is stuff you got to spend your money on, because let's be honest, money going to get spent regardless. So that's why I say getting a electric scooter is momentum. I already know it's momentum because it's been many times in my life where I literally was stagnated and I bought a scooter. I only had 2 scooters actually, but those times it bailed me out of being stuck at the crib. Even in the winter, cold ass winter. You know what I'm saying? It gets you from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? It gets you to where you need to go. And like I said, I met the shorty that I was telling you about earlier on a scooter. The one that I said, whatever, but she can't. Me and her both can't be on no scooter. She would have had to come to the crib and I could have Ubered her back to her crib. She ain't had no money. She have her own crib and don't have no money. Like, you see what I'm saying? It be shit like that, bro. Like, stupid shit. And these women get money, they be spending it. Like I said, they spend it on weed. They spend it on stuff that be convenience. It don't be momentum. They don't really pay for shit that get their life on a new fucking trajectory, because they're just women. That's the thing. That guys, when women say, "Oh, we could do anything men could do," some of y'all can, and some of y'all do, but a lot of y'all ain't gonna do it, and that's where y'all need guidance, not woman dance. Y'all need guidance. Number 6. Oh, I think we're pretty much done. But also with content, right? Content creators, you'll never be able to purchase their content. Also, if you don't got money, so that's another thing. Last but not least, that's another thing. Also, I don't like being on the phone with women, but I wanted to dedicate what was it? Mondays from now on. Mondays, I will call. It don't even got to be a woman, but one person a day. I'll try. I'm probably gonna forget, but that's a part of my program. Because I'm not good on the phone. I got phone phobia, so I'm scared of phones. So, but it says masculinity grows through exposure, not theory. So I'm like, let me try this shit. Without anybody telling me to do it, I'm just gonna do it. Rebuilding assertiveness without self-betrayal. Learning risk without chaos. Stacking foundations in a hostile season. Winter isn't stopping you, it's compressing you. Go ahead and watch the last live video. That was the end of that. Spring will release what you're building now. That was the last of that. And then Uber. Number 1, it buys momentum, not comfort. Uber isn't lazy money. It's getting to the gym when weather and family logistics would otherwise kill the streak. Showing up while others make excuses. Momentum compounds harder than savings at the stage that I'm at. And that's real shit. I told y'all everyone's in a transitional point. Like, I'm working on my YouTube channel. I'm working on certain things, but it's easy to be like, oh, this is moving too slow. And then you look over here and you're like, damn, I don't feel motivated to do that. But if you really pay attention, you're not looking at how momentum compounds. So you don't trust that if you just keep going, that this is going to catch up with that. And that's going to, you know what I'm saying? Things catch up. So it's like a person who, this is why this video is about Uber, because you wouldn't even invest in Uber. The average guy, he wouldn't even invest in Uber. He don't see no reason. Like, damn, this $5 just to go down the street, just $7 just to hit the gym, but while you at the gym, you making a video. The video could go viral. It might not go viral, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go make the video or you shouldn't go to the gym. But the momentum is broken. You have broken momentum. Your momentum is what the thing is that's keeping you stagnated, because most people don't play the game for momentum. They play the game to save every dollar. Not even realize that the people that's rich don't save it. They didn't start off saving any dollar. Like, they didn't save nothing. They just was investing everything. One gym session wouldn't have gone to better mood, to better video, to more YouTube dollars. That Uber just paid for itself. How many people we got in here? See, we got 12 people in here. I didn't know we're gonna have 12 people in here. This video's slow. Still getting out some good game. See, everything we do matters down to a fucking grain of sand. This is real game, and I know that is possible to move mountains and people, even if people don't admit it or don't say it. But Somebody gonna watch my shit and be like, damn, this motherfucker got me out of bed. He got me to go. Yeah, that's what we on in 2026. Number 2, it protects your masculine rhythm. Who else on YouTube is talking about masculine rhythm? Hold on. You already feel this. Waiting on rides, asking multiple people, aligning schedules. Even with, like I said, with the chicks, when you ain't got no money, you tell the chick, hey, you might even try to be leader, like, oh, like I'm free Wednesday. You try to be all cool and shit. Tell her ahead of time, I'm free Wednesday. You know, I want you to, you know, wear something burgundy and pull up and shit. And she's like, oh, well, I work Wednesday, bitch. You know, my real daddy, my boss, and my real dad said, fuck you. That's what she's saying. And the almighty dollar. And so you just gotta eat shit for the next however many, you know, and so your bitch ass might turn around, oh, well, when you're free, you know what I'm saying? Because now you gotta relinquish all that fake masculinity. It's not fake, it's just the rhythm was broken by the fucking system, the matrix. I'm telling you. Who else telling you like this? I'm not Andrew Tate, I'm Willard Tate. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying my own shit. I'm saying shit that y'all gotta look in the mirror and realize, damn, or y'all gotta get coaching to really, really see exactly where I'm coming from. Or so I can break it down further. Because masculine rhythm, something you may have never heard. So when you get off this vlog, you're gonna be like, man, that sounded good when he said it, but I feel like it was blowing smoke up my ass. Listen, you already feel it when you waiting on rides, asking multiple people, and aligning schedules. That subtly chips at self-trust. And that the key word is subtly chips at self-trust. And then people wonder, why do I feel like I lose momentum? Why I'm not good with women? Why? There ain't no such thing as not being good with women. You're a man. Every man is good with women. They might not know what to say. They might not have a mouthpiece from, you know, a golden mouthpiece, but they still, if you're not hideous, you could get some ass and reproduce. That's what God put you here to do. And if you're struggling, it's probably because your masculine rhythm is being interrupted by certain things. Like I said, for me, asking people for a ride or aligning my schedule, when really you shouldn't be aligning your schedule with a woman. You should just be telling her, you know, like if Rihanna told me she wanted to fuck with me, like I would make time because she's important. So when you're sexually attractive, they're gonna make time. But if you're an average guy, then you gotta understand that when you gotta know when you're average versus not average. But the average guy, the reason why he's average is because you don't know he's average. So it's like you gotta be woken up from average to actually stand on that next step to actually, you know what I'm saying? But women are tired of guys that's average acting like they're above average. So even if you work on your game and then you say certain smooth shit, it's just gonna make her attack you later on because she's used to manipulating everybody around her all the time. Whether it's accidental or on purpose, subconsciously, consciously, she's used to it. That's her rhythm. That's her feminine rhythm. Uber says, I move when I decide. And it's something as simple as this that separates in her femininity the guy she was going to fucking suck for the rest of the year versus the guy who she's like, oh, I text him sometimes, but he's always on some bullshit, so I'm not even taking him serious. That Uber says, I move when I decide. That internal signal matters more than people admit, especially for dating energy and creative output. Number 3, it keeps you in creator mode. Your brain works in flows, not in calendars. I know mines do. Uber lets you act on energy when it shows up. Record content the same day you feel clear. Like I like to feel a vibe and then be like, let me turn the camera on. I'm already out here doing this. That's when my videos really go the craziest too. Go lift before overthinking kills the urge. It allows you to go lift at the gym before overthinking kills the urge. And we all know that motivation comes in waves. So if you don't do it when you think it, then you're a beta male. Creators don't need convenience. They need continuity. Continuity. So always think in terms of convenience or continuity. We want to live on the island of continuity, not the island of convenience. If you're in convenience, that means you need shit to work out for you to do some shit. If you're in continuity, then you understand flow. You move with you know you build self-trust. You build that. This is why this is the lifestyle design part of my channel. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, it's anti-friction during winter and rebuilding phases. Winter is already heavy, cold, low lights, stuck at home energy. Uber removes one layer of resistance so you don't spiral into I'll just start again when things line up. How many times y'all do that? I'll just start again when things are lined up, when the stars line up. Nothing lines up, you move anyway. I found even with my dating life, like that works. You would think like, oh, I already approached 15 women, my night is over. And then you approach that last chick, she ended up being the most solid one. Why is that? Because people are ignorant to the way the universe really operates. It operates in a way where you're not supposed to be knowing that you're doing it, but you know, because we live in the age of information. So you gotta hijack the flow state. You gotta live in the flow. Even if you know, you still gotta go for flow. Like you still gotta. You could be smarter than somebody, and somebody could finesse you because they living in flow and you're living in your head. But you gotta live. You gotta be a part of the flow. Like Yoda said, be one with the force. You want to be smart, but you don't want to be so smart that you can't deduce your intelligence to be cohesive with the almighty all. You know what I'm saying? We got to be all understanding of that type of shit. You want to be very cohesive and you want to fit in. Shout out to Max B. He just got home and he doing a good job of already fitting in. Number 5, it quietly upgrades your self-image. This is subtle but real. When you Uber, your nervous system learns I can solve problems instantly. I don't need permission. I don't need perfect conditions. Like when I was down south, I already seen that, bro. Like it felt too good to be chilling with a shorty and be like, oh yeah, my Uber outside. You feel what I'm saying? And I just crushed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to go get in the Uber. And it's just a good vibe, especially after you get the crush off. You know what I'm saying? That rewires scarcity faster than affirmations ever will. Number 6, the social insurance without social debt. Asking for rides creates invisible IOUs. It makes you manage other people's moods, and it ties your schedule to theirs. Uber equals clean exchange, no awkward energy, no future repayment. So really, you're paying for an Uber, but you're deducing the other like shit that will come if you just let somebody give you a ride or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody give you a ride, they just talk your ear off. You can't say nothing. But if you're paying for an Uber, you can have your headphones in. Or you could just, they doing their job, so they're not even supposed to really be chopping it up with you like that. Some people do, but most don't. You know what I'm saying? Most don't. Number 7, it trains decisive masculinity. Click, go, done. No back and forth, no should I loops, no paralysis by analysis. Decisiveness is attractive, not because women notice Uber, but because you move like a man who acts. Number 8, it keeps you out of victim narratives. This one's big. Without Uber, the story becomes, I'm stuck because of the weather, my money, or my family. With Uber, it becomes I'm choosing when to invest and when to wait. Same reality, different identities. That's big right there. We gotta stick a pin in that one. Same reality, because people be like, "What's the difference? You just get it. You just have your mom drop you off. Just listen. Same reality, different identities, and you have to choose the identity that feeds the part of you that grows you. One is water, one is poison. Number 9, it's temporary, and that's the point. You're not saying Uber forever. You're saying Uber while I'm building leverage. So every time you're in an Uber, you should be thinking like, what the other form of transportation that I'm trying to get, and can I get this, and when can I get this? You should be able to get it in a month or two, if that's the case. Or say for someone else, it could be a little longer, but you should be. The Uber is, so, and then the Uber becomes secondary. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. That's grown man energy. Spend money to buy time. Use time to build income. Replace Uber with assets later. That's how the cycle upgrades. Number 10, it's alignment with your future self. Your future lifestyle already includes mobility, autonomy, movement on impulse, which is what you want. You never want to be stuck like Chuck. Uber is a preview, not a crutch. Your nervous system practices living ahead of your income responsibly. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it teaches that living ahead of your income responsibly. The golden rule. Uber, when it unlocks momentum, preserves a streak, right? And a streak starts as a thought and a feeling. Like, damn, I really want to hit the gym today, man. I ain't get to go yet. Let me, it could be something very subtle. Or damn, I really feel like getting out the house today. It could be, you got to catch those little streaks of momentum. Or it enables content, gym, or connection. Don't Uber when it's pure convenience, boredom relief, and that's kind of hard, right? Or emotional avoidance. Boredom relief kind of feels the same as what it said right there at the top of, you're going to the gym for connection. It's like, or am I bored, or do I want connection? It's kind of like, that's like a catch-22 for the average person. But you have to really know the difference. And I would even say take it a step further than before even going to like the gym. Connection is dates. Like I said, go and meet a chick somewhere. Like meet a chick somewhere. Like, it don't got to be a dinner date, because then you're spending Uber plus dinner. But you'd rather spend Uber plus something free. Like, oh, meet me here at this museum, this free museum. You know what I'm saying? On Friday. So if you take an Uber, use a free date. If you take a car, which you don't probably have, but if you do, then do whatever the fuck you want. You got a car. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. But you already feel this that I'm saying. Real talk. Bus equals discipline. Ride from a homie equals social reps. Technically it's a social rep. And we're going to talk more about homies and potential friends and stuff like that, because there's so many places you can meet them and stuff like that. It's a lot of coaches I watch that talk about social circle game and stuff like that. I've been watching that since like last year. I appreciate the love. Thank you for the 100 gift. And yeah, I mean, I've been studying a lot of the social circle stuff. I just never got a chance to really take it serious and really do a lot of stuff. So hopefully this year, man, we could really lock it in and make it make sense. And then last but not least, Uber equals strategic leverage. which still sounds eerie to me. Like, okay, so, but you got to just know, like when you're going to take the Uber and know like what days out the week. Okay, so you don't got to like how much money you got and what days out the week. I always even say Monday and Friday. You know what I'm saying? Monday and Friday are 2 days that reasonable for me, like Monday and Friday, like, you know what I'm saying? And then choose one out of those two. You don't even got to do both those days. It depends on how much money you got. But Monday and Friday is good days. I would even say Fridays. You know what I'm saying? That's actually perfect. Fridays is Uber days. You got to, and then slowly make it Monday and Friday when you feel like you could take that on. But start with Friday and then go Monday. You don't need too much. You don't need to moralize it. You need to deploy it. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all we got right now, man. This video has been good. Let me see what y'all talking about. It's 11 people in here. Make sure y'all subscribe. Shit like that, man. I just did a whole bunch of talking. You know that you're goofy as fuck when they calling women a female. Hoffman, it wasn't funny the first time you said it. Nah, real talk. He a goofball. Dixon Cider said hi. I buy whole chickens because so you get the joint, the rotisserie joint, or you get the other joint. Man, I mean, I used to eat a lot of the rotisserie chickens, bro. Like, I used to get hot sauce and get a rotisserie chicken and get some type of seasoning. Like I used to get the dash shit with that multiple seasonings in one. Hit it with that dash, hit it with that hot sauce. Man, I used to be fucking chicken up, man, a lot. I try to buy all organic now that I do, okay, but still way cheaper than DoorDash. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with grocery shopping. We just got to know what the fuck we doing before we go out there. Because at the end of the day, like I said, when I go to Trader Joe's, bro, I see them avocados sitting there looking good, calling my name. And them shits have run you about $9 off the rip for like 4 avocados. So you just got to understand how to play the game, man. I mean, and then I like to, the avocados don't last either because it's like two of them shits get used for smoothies. The other two, I try to eat them regular. And it's just difficult, bro. It's hard to really budget because like you just got to be smart and you got to be somebody that's just like, you just gotta know what the fuck you're doing and you gotta have been there a million times. Like, but I'll make videos, like I said, coming soon, man. Next month, what's today? The 30th. So we already approaching that video. Be coming soon, man. I'm gonna hit up Trader Joe's and we gonna do that, man. I'm gonna talk because the last farmers market joint I didn't even get to tell y'all. Well, I did put the prices of the food I got in the video. Go check that video out, y'all. But it's not it still didn't show y'all me budgeting 100%. So, you know, that's when I told y'all I just rode the bike last week to the store. Invest in a good scooter, gang. Is worth the investment. Spawn, you did say you sell scooters, didn't you? But yeah, man, I might end up getting an e-bike. It just depends, bro. It depends, you know, the spring, if the spring is here, or if we're because depending on how, like, you never know financially where you know you're gonna be at in a couple months. So in a couple months, I might even be able to, you know, buy a car, maybe possibly. If that's the case, then you know I'm gonna go ahead and take that leap of faith first. You know what I'm saying? If I could do that. You know what I'm saying? If you get on Facebook Marketplace, it'd be a lot of cars on Facebook Marketplace, man. That's where I got like 2 cars off that mug in my lifetime. And the other car I got, my homie was selling his car, so I was able to really come up on that And so, but I never really was able to pull a car off the lot yet, just fully pull it off the lot or shit like that, man. I was never, man, I just had to get all that out, man. I drained myself getting all that information about the Uber out. But man, that's some vital information right there. That's vital. That's gonna save a couple knuckleheads' lives. Hold on, man. Couple knuckleheads' lives, man. Because one thing about life I figured out, man, we like to rush. We like to rush shit, man. Like, and shit really manifests when it's ready to. So we be trying to rush, and we be fucking ourselves over. The base problem is that y'all think stacking females is the goal in the first place, though. It is the goal, motherfucker. Who you talking to? Fuck wrong with you? Silence said, have you ever tried going direct to a butcher? I hear it's much cheaper than the store. Yeah, that's cool too, if y'all want to do that, man. Miss Pegging was good. Wait, Pegs? No, not Pegging. Pegs. Pegsing chef. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm in East Baltimore. Need a car. Or are we getting blicked the fuck up? Yeah, my wife and us buy half a cow and 4 pigs to save money. It's a big expense up front, but you cannot be $8 a pound for organic grass-fed unfinished beef. We buy straight from farmers, pay the butcher. Yeah, that's cool too. Also, when y'all go to these farmers markets and shit, like if y'all ever run into, or I mean, shout out to Yaki Awakening, man. He said you gotta you gotta know how to talk and know how to show people you serious about your food. But I still move like a civilian, bro. I just go in the store and see if what's in season, and I just get the regular shit on the shelf. But you definitely could get busy with the talking to people and figuring out where this come from, figuring out the type of seeds that's planted, all type of shit. Y'all just dropped 600 on the pig last month. Y'all be making bacon and shit out there, motherfucker. All type of shit. I don't really eat pork, bro, But bacon is very tasty, but I tried my damnedest to stay away from it. Man, that's a deal. It may seem like a lot to feed your family, but 2 years is a great investment. Nah, that is a great investment. I ain't gonna lie. I try to stay away from as much cow and pig as I can. Chicken, I give it a little grace because I know that's such a big workout thing that people put on a fucking pedestal. That chicken is it always slips past the fucking it gets a pass a little bit. But even with that, like I told you, I try to stay on a strict diet. I try. It's not easy. But when I go to the store and I get like cucumbers, kale, and even mushrooms at times, like you could really not even deal with a lot of that other stuff, bro. Like you could really go the whole month without even playing like that. But again, it's all a required taste, bro. It's just we all different. So never been inside Trader Joe's. We don't have too many in Chicago. Y'all got Pete's, Jules, Murano, Aldi's, and food for less than. Yeah, man. Just typing on Google, type in health stores near me. Health food, organic, or that's what I try to Cause even Aldi's, it's like Aldi's is good, but it's a lot of bullshit in Aldi's. Like, I mean, Aldi's is good though, but it's just tricky to like the food. I'm not. I don't only look at like, am I eating an avocado or not? I look at like, what's the like every avocado snitches on how good the store really is, like because the value of the avocado, like, or the value of their grapes, or the value, you know what I'm saying? Like Trader Joe's have better value everything than Stop and Shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wouldn't. I would. It's obvious that I'm not gonna go, but Aldi's is better. Aldi's is closer to Stop and Shop, but it's also like it just levels to that shit. So I try to move up in the scale, but it's like it costs money, and it take time to really also just to farm your own stuff. Like, you want to get to the point where you could replant your shit. So it's like, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with people who shop at Stop and Shop though, because I grew up on that, and when I really get hungry enough, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. As a society, would do much better against the big companies if more people came together with their money. Not facts, especially it's a lot of farmers on Facebook groups, go on Facebook groups. It's a lot of people a lot of black people who are farmers, man. Chicago seems like a rough place to live. I don't think so, bro. It's just, if you from the trenches, you're from the trenches, bro. I know it get crazy, but I'm just saying, like, we do get our eggs from my brother-in-law, have over 20 hens, and those eggs taste much better than what they sell at the. Yeah, man, that should be crazy. Like, I had some eggs from Whole Foods. I was like, these shits taste like gourmet or some shit. And then when you put the cheese on top of the shit, you be like, nah. And then you put it in a sandwich between some type of bread. I don't even eat like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like to eat a whole different type of way, but I don't. I eat a whole carton of that shit in a day. Like, that's not even healthy, but yeah, the eggs at Walmart and ShopRite and Target. Target might have some. Oh, nah, I don't fuck with none of that shit. For sure, I hate having to go to the store. Eggs now, the yolk are pale yellow, flavorless, watery. Well, you got to figure out how you're going to invest in yourself to make more money. Yeah, I got a couple ways, man. It ain't like I'm totally at a dead end, but it's just the winter is fucking me over. You know what I'm saying? Um, a technical training program, find a solid 800K. Man, them jobs don't be hiring niggas, man. Not even gonna hold you. I'm not saying they won't, because I know they will, but it's just like, bro, I don't got time, bro. Like, I'm trying to get a job where I'm trying to get a security or some shit, security license. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the next step, bro. Like, that might be the most solid where I could keep, you know what I'm saying, some money in my pocket, because you only got to pay $90 one time. Get that shit, and then, you know, you could go to Walmart and be a security guard or some shit. Drive around in that little white car or some shit. You know, on some snake shit. Stay in your lane, ain't it, bro? Being real makes real plans look at the real world, and where employers need workers. You just got to be smart with this shit and do shit that don't stress you out, and that's the trick. That's the trick. That's the shit that keep you enslaved, man. We don't want to be that. Nah, that ain't it, Will. Dude, you are going to be stuck forever. You're in a juvenile mentality. I don't even want to root against you, but holy shit, bro, you gotta wake the fuck up. Man, you just almost got blocked with that comment. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. It's hard to turn down that stuff, though. To turn down what? Potatoes are grown in a field. They literally have dirt on them. Sarah was good. Nah, Fruity Pebbles hit different still to this day. I ain't eat them in. I swear to anything, I ain't eat them shit since like before COVID. But those are the all-time greatest cereal of all time. And I don't even care about, like, I will literally dump every Captain Crunch in the ocean just to get another box of them shits. Because I ain't gonna lie, like, Captain Crunch is really my favorite too. But Fruity Pebbles, I don't know what it is, bro. That shit just tastes like, and then they make the milk taste like cream, like fucking, like, I don't know. That shit just vintage. It's like Skittles on water. Like, I don't know. That shit good. So you didn't eat no steaks. When? I don't even understand that question. My favorite way to get around was by walking, but my age doesn't allow it anymore. That's good, Julie. Walking is very healthy. Ubering to gym is crazy. See? Silence. You being a little too negative, bro. Every time. I hate when I say something and people just, it be because you disagree with one thing. All right. Now you disagreeing with the shit that made the video. That's the point of the fucking video. Now you're going against the grain. Hold on. Let me see. Ubering to a gym is crazy. Just do calisthenics. Why the fuck would you do calisthenics and stay your ass in the house when you could go to the gym? When you could go to the gym, you should be able to go to the gym and go and do and work out at the crib. It's not one or the other, bro. Zero justification for dropping that dough just to get access to machines and plates. You can get your goals at home with an ounce of extra metal. Man. But you want to get out the house, though. You want to work out and get out the house. And depending on where your gym is located, it might be close to some cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I called it adulting, because, yeah, of course you could work out in the house, but you're not doing anything. And it's not zero justification for dropping that dough. That's a scarcity mindset. There is a justification for dropping that dough because, like I said, you're going to drop that dough on something anyway. And in fact, if you don't drop that dough, it's going to be worse. Because whatever you pay for, it's like, if we're talking about life and success, you got to pay to play. You want to buy a fucking plate at the house and keep yourself in the house instead of taking your ass to the gym, working out, getting in that environment where it's, a good vibe, getting shit done. Put your music on, put your Spotify on. Enjoy yourself for a little 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes or to an hour. Yeah, you could work out at the house. I've been doing that shit. I'm still a scrawny bastard. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you want to do both, bro. And that's the thing about the gym. I think so many people they use it, but they don't really become a gym nigga. Like, you gotta become a gym nigga. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. A jigger. You gotta become a jigger, bro. What's your cash app? You ain't gonna send nothing. Stop playing. He talking like he gonna send something. Drive, but it can get ugly in the town real fast. I don't even know how to respond to that shit. What's good from Russia? I was going to send you some money or your cash app, but you won't tell me what it is. So see you later. What is my cash app, bro? I don't even know what it is, bro. Damn, I don't even know. I have to search that shit up, bro. Hold on real quick. Let me see if this guy full of shit. If he full of shit, we gotta block him, bro. Hold on. Damn, hold on, man. See, I just fucked up. But it's I don't know if he's still in here, but it's Bilbo 1995. Bilbo 1995. But he probably not even there. Let's see. I like to walk around my hometown. Proud mom. What's good, proud mom? I drive everywhere else. Grandma's wasted prayers. Y'all be blessed. I like to walk around my hometown. Invest in Caribbean Creole seasoning. Where you get that from? Low tier God was right. Do you accept? Man, y'all niggas. How you feeling today? I'm great. How you, Rebecca? I think we spoke in the past. Eat what you want. We here for a good time, not a long time. Who here for a good time? I'm here for a real time. I'm here for the right time. I'm not on some YOLO type shit. McQueen said, why Chicago on them trying to live there, but it's the only way there. I'm smiling. Man, it's been great. It's 10 people in here. Comment a 1 if you're still in here. Comment a 1 below if you're still in the chat. Because listen, I like watching YouTube too, so I'm about to go ahead and watch some of this shit. This is my television, bro. I just wanted to chop it up about Uber real quick. I want to, toss that out there because a lot of people, they're so caught up in all the shenanigans about how do I get to the gym? How do I go here? How do I do this? And like he said, there's no excuse for spending money. You're going to spend money anyway, bro. the brokest thing you could do is try to save. Trying to save is what I've always done all my life and never had any money. It's connected to each other. To think that people who are broke don't have that mentality is sheer ignorance. Like, people who are broke have to think like that. They have no choice. It ain't like all broke people get money and say, "Oh, I'm about to go ahead and spend this shit." So if we look at everything as all mental, like I always say, everything in the universe is mental, you would have to think, well, a person who has common sense would probably not be thinking so much about the money itself. He'll be thinking about what do I gain from this? They see money as a token to entry to a place where more money could be made. Going to the gym is full of connections. There's a bunch of people there that are on the same path you on, same track. They eat healthy. There is a bunch of content creators that go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So the second you say, "Oh, I'll just grab some plates and stay in the house," like, man, you got to be crazy. Yeah, so I'm about to get out of here, man, because I know when I say drop a 1 if you're still in the chat and there's 8 people in here and nobody don't drop a 1, then I know it's a bunch of bots in here. So, like I said, it's been good. It's been a vibe. It's been a vibe, man. Shout out to Spawn. Shout out to some of the OGs. Shout out to Pricks. He was in the last video. Shout out to all of y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I actually love making content, bro. So y'all gonna be, in for a treat all year long, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to have a different type of physique, man, body game. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that too. I'm a naturally scrawny guy, or I don't want to say scrawny, skinny. I'm not really skinny. I'm like in between skinny and like a regular average bod, like. But I'm gonna try to figure it out. I used to want to have a body like Kevin Gates, no Diddy. Like, I used to want to have that husky vibe. So I think like I still need to lock back in on that type of vibe, because but being vegetarian and fruitarian, I didn't bulk, you know what I'm saying? I didn't become husky, but still, if I eat more quinoa and I gotta find that guy on TikTok, man. It was some vegetarian guy that was good at picking the right foods, and he was a bodybuilder almost. Like, he was almost like a bodybuilder. I gotta find that guy again, bro. But we got 2 minutes left, so we hit 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, no excuses this year. And it's gonna always be an excuse. I heard it's supposed to snow again next week. I pray to God that it don't. But it's always gonna be something. So that's why we do what we do as a lifestyle coach, dating coach. That's why I bring this game to you, so we could at least match the energy of the troubles in our life. You know what I'm saying? The average person just sit there and get rolled over by shit. So we at least want to be able to connect and conquer. You know what I'm saying? The snow could be the reason why you stay up in the house. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a good reason, not a good enough reason, bro. Shout out to y'all who dropped a gift in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We taking over. February is ours. February is ours. You know what I'm saying? February is ours. Yeah, man. Take care of your body, man. You should be taking a dump every other day. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit. And your masculinity is on the line. Like I said, getting an Uber over asking your mom for a ride, over asking your, even the potential friend for a ride. Asking a potential friend for a ride is more masculine than asking your mom for a ride. But getting an Uber is more masculine than both. When I was down south, it was this girl that worked with me. She'll take an Uber every day to work and back. A lot of women do that. That is more masculine than sitting around and asking somebody for a ride. Even if you only do it at a percentage, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna ask my mom 50% of the time, and then the other 50% of the time, I'm gonna get an Uber. You gotta crawl your way into this shit, man. Cause I'm trying to tell you, if you can't just go full cold turkey with it. I know when I get to go ready to go grocery shopping, I don't really I don't order no Uber and go I be like, Ma, I could use your whip. You know what I'm saying? I know that's what the fuck I be doing, bro. I know what the fuck I be doing. Cause like the guy in here said, ain't no excuse for spending no money. Fuck you talking about ain't no excuse for spending no money. I could think of a million excuses for doing that. And I could tell you that a bunch of people don't spend their money, still broke. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to get in the habit of spending your money. Let me tell you why. Let me break down this before we go. The man who gets used to spending his money also quickly figures out how to get more of it. If you're spending it, especially on things that feed back into you, then you're gonna be like, all right, well, like it's easier to get more money. Like that's what the people don't tell you. They're like, oh, if you spend it, it just goes out and don't come back. It only go out and don't come back when you ain't got nothing that's making it come back. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't got shit to make it come back. So they just be like, damn, I can't afford to spend nothing. And I lived like that all my life, bro.
Danny, who is Danny to you? Danny like, hey, bitch, remember that. So as you ask nigga for some lunch money, nah, bitch, go ask someone else. How long y'all been together? No, I mean, you looking at him, staring my boy down a few months, see? That's new. He looking at me like, look, hey, this, what's up? What's up, go on with that bullshit. You don't know this bitch. I've been trying to get away for the last 2 months. What you do for a living? So you was at work when you met. She was at work when you was out. You and that motherfucker bought a bottle and she came up to the section like. Who hating on y'all, baby? College educated? What did she go to college for? To be a bottle girl? What? So y'all was thinking it, but I'm in trouble because I said it? You know he uncomfortable because he just smiled and that nigga just like. That nigga ain't blinked. She be putting her hands on him. That nigga gonna be driving, flinching for no reason. Like, damn, I wasn't even laughing. How can I make this right? I said, how I can make this right? She gonna tell me, it don't matter, I'm getting money. This a nigga sitting next to her like, well, bitch, why you always asking me for shit? She gonna unfollow me. Like, why you had to tell me you was getting money? Like it was like you was stunning on me. I'm like, okay, I'm getting money, fuck nigga. Like why you had to throw that in my face? But that's a hoodie from your grandma. This ain't a Mary. Your grandma must got that same shit my grandma got. Your grandma just didn't tell you anything. You going to the show, you know I made this hoodie. See, you not gonna win that game. I get paid to do this. He looked at it like maybe he do. The boy is good. You gonna go viral. You gonna go. Now he mad like all my other bitches gonna know. Give me 2,500. I won't post it.
This nigga.
You wanna apologize to them before this drop? Go ahead, just go and say what you gonna say, just to the camera. To the other hoes when they see this. Because as soon as they bring it to you, they should be like, bitch, I apologized already. He gonna get a text message also. You was in there with the little bottle girl. She gonna be going through his phone talking about something, but I'm getting money though. What's your name? Who you with tonight, officer? That's your old lady? How long y'all been together?
It's debatable.
Oh. Well, let's debate. What's your name, Queen? You Bree? You look like a Bree. Officer Jeremy. Okay. All right. Nice to meet you, officer. Appreciate your service, man. Hope you out there doing the right thing, man. Leave the Mexicans alone right now, too. Hey, what's going on, Bree? Shit. What the fuck? What's debatable about it?
We dated, we broke up, we got back together, we broke up. Then we got back together.
Yes. Got engaged. And then got married.
Yes.
Y'all married right now?
Yes.
So how's it debatable, baby? Y'all married. Oh, how long y'all been together is debatable. We can't debate that. So if we was to put a year on it, how many years would it be? It'd be 3 years? Damn, y'all done broke up, got together, got back together, got engaged, and got married in 3 years? Y'all been, how long y'all, all the years together, Bree? How long you been knowing this nigga? See, this he's shaking his head like, see, this is shit.
Diagnosed. Yo, I could guarantee that 99% of your problems will go away once you understand this.
What they say about you, that's none of your business. That's their business. They own them thoughts. They own everything that they say. They got ownership of that. Mind your business. That's not yours. That belong to them. The thoughts belong to them. Stop giving power to other people, words, ideas, thoughts, feelings.
And that is facts. When you understand that people's opinions are usually based in fear, insecurity, and their conditioning, then you understand the truth. That people react to you based on how you make them feel and not who you really are. So the vast majority of what people think about you is not factual. And the moment you start to adjust who you are based on what people think, then the real you slowly starts to die. What I'm not saying is that you should never accept any feedback, but it is critical that you learn the difference between feedback and commentary. Because we've all heard that saying, opinions are like assholes, everybody's got one. And the dark truth is, the fastest way to lose yourself is trying to be understood by everyone. Yo,
I got cheated on. That's what it is. I was like that too, and I seen a dude. I was like, oh, okay. He was tall. He played football. He was an engineer. I was like, oh, you cheated on me with the man I want to be in life. Like, why would you go cheat on me with the man of my dreams? Why would you do? You trying to hurt me? He got drafted into the NFL, first round. Yeah, and I'm at home on the couch. I'm just sitting there chilling, just like, let's open the wound all over again. Damn. I asked her why she did it. Why would you cheat on me? She's like, I felt like you was cheating on me. I was like, what do you mean you felt like? She's like, I just felt like, women's intuition was telling me that you cheated on me. I was like, bullshit, because women's intuition ain't real. It's fake. It is. Okay, if it's so real, how come it couldn't warn you that I wasn't shit in the beginning? Got cheated on. That's what it is.
Before I started charging $250.
Nah, he just said some ill shit though. That was some crazy ass shit he just said though. Because if you're gonna cheat on him, then technically you think he ain't shit. Otherwise, you wouldn't cheat on him. You wouldn't even got in a relationship. So if your intuition is that on point, then you wouldn't be cheating because you would just moved on. You wouldn't have gotten a relationship. Man, I'm about to get out of here though, man. This was great. This was great. Like I said, man, much love. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button. And yeah, man, I'm gonna figure my next couple of hours out and hopefully, either go live or make some more content. But we got a lot of shit on the schedule coming up.
If you are someone who hates meal prep because you don't like eating the same exact thing every single day, then I'm going to show you how to bulk meal prep. Personally, this is how I do it because 1, I think it gives you a lot more variety throughout the week, and 2, it's just the easiest thing to do. Usually, proteins and carbs take the longest to cook, and after practice, I promise you, making food is the last thing I want to do. So at the beginning of the week, I batch cook my chicken, ground beef, turkey, all my potatoes, and then usually my vegetables. But I don't divvy them up into separate meal containers because sometimes I don't know what I want to eat at the end of the day. But it makes my week easier because even though the meal's not made, I still have everything cooked, so I can just throw it into any type of meal I want, so that the one thing of chicken I cooked can become 8 different meals and not just one, even though that usually doesn't happen for me and I eat the same exact thing. But no matter what the goal is, starving yourself should never ever be an option, okay? This is what I eat while I am trying to lose weight. I've already lost 14 pounds. So for breakfast, I had 2 sourdough bread, 3 eggs, 2 beef.
Ladies, I don't know if you knew this, but it's painful for us men not to cheat on you.
I swear to God, I don't know.
See, you're immediately offended, but let me explain.
It's a real pain behind that shit.
Resisting temptation is proof of actual love. You know what I'm saying? But we can't tell you how much times we resisted temptation. We'll be on the phone. So you're saying, if I pull up, you and your homegirl will suck my dick. Listen, I can't. I got a girl, and this would just hurt her too much. Thank you for your offers. This is an amazing breakup severance package, but I'm gonna have to turn it down. God bless you, hoes. And your future homewrecking endeavors. And then we hang up, and then our girl comes home. Hey, baby. Get the fuck out my face. Come in here with this hey baby bullshit. I just saved our relationship. So ladies, whenever your man just yells at you for no reason, he just turned down a threesome. And if he doesn't yell, he might have just accepted one. And that's the irony of the situation. It might be better if we did cheat on you, because we'd be so riddled with guilt, we treat you way better. Like you come home, hey, baby, what's up, boo? I missed you so much. I got you these flowers. And she's like, I missed you too. That's why I got you these Laker tickets. This bitch been cheating on me. Can't even tell her that I know, because I want to go to the game.
Nah.
Ladies, I don't know.
Mexican trying to be black. Let's get him out of here.
And then you got Fat, Mr. Don't get me wrong, Black. I know you're going to call me out. But he's Mr. Domestic Violence #1. Like, you know what I mean? Remember, he knocked Kimberly's teeth out her mouth. Like, right? That was her name? Kim? With the fashion designer. What's her name? Kim Bella. What was his baby mom?
No. Kim Bella is Joel Santana's.
Oh, yeah. I got the teeth because, Joel's got no teeth. Emily B. Emily's teeth out her mouth. Remember she had her 2 front teeth missing? Remember? Look at he looking it up right now.
This nigga always talking.
He was the only luxury category where cheaper alternatives outperformed the.
We all know about just because a man sleeps with another woman does not mean he doesn't still respect you.
That's literally what that means.
Every man that I've been with has always paid for everything.
You got a man now?
I don't think so, man. I mean, it depends, man. Depends on the type of nigga you is. You can respect her. Just, I think the word cheating is already framing it as if you did something fucking wrong. But
No.
Why not?
Because I live in Miami, and I told myself I wanted to be single and learn how to properly love myself and focus on being alone.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, Mr. President, in 2018, you launched the HEAL initiative, helping to end addiction long term at the NIH. It's paid fruit. It's yielded fruit.
Yo, never worry about your.
Come here. I see you choosing.
I want to know something. For the first time in my life, if I've ever been in a relationship, I have never felt the urge to not cheat. All of a sudden, I'm with this motherfucker right here, right, y'all? I ain't never felt the urge to cheat. Don't care to cheat. Don't give a damn who you are and what you got going on. I don't even look at you long enough to be interested or attracted to you. I'm not even thinking about what it may feel like if we interact with each other on a sexual level. I'm not even thinking about none of that. I don't see how men can be with women and cheat on them, not even as myself when I was in the cheating business or playing with multiple women. I don't know how I did it, y'all. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. I guess that's just what happens when you satisfy all the way around the board. See, you can get out here and play all day long, but until you find that one and get on your nerves enough to make you not want to cheat, y'all know what I mean. Can't say it on here. You'll understand. Y'all want to know something?
File your own tax.
So I was married to a man for 13 years.
Why do you think? Turns out you should never.
So you want to bring a girl home with you, but you don't know what to say to get her?
all right, man, I ain't saying nothing.